Wow, I'm late to the party. A few years ago, I already messed up. A few days ago, I was told that Thomas the Tank Engine, the show, recently turned 40 years old. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I would say so. Um, Real quick, sorry about the smoke alarms. I'm going to call maintenance about it. I really hate them. I really do. And I mentioned in one of my other channels about how they were really annoying. They were like a nuisance. I They actually beeped really loudly one like earlier today, which pissed me off. My ears were ringing, but that's not important. So Thomas the Tank Engine, or Thomas and Friends. What did I like about him? I actually don't know. I think it was the fact that he was like a cheerful tank engine and the whole. I think it was the models that I got interested in. It looked real. I think that's what that was. I was okay. I think I've been trying to think of what I really liked about Thomas, and I think it was the fact that he was a talking train, and that he could interact with like people, and I thought that was a really cool thing back then because the only things that talked were humans, and then when I saw a talking train, I was like losing my marbles. I was like, what the hell? That's a thing? Yeah. Kids aren't really that smart, so when I saw that, I thought that was like a whole foreign concept. But I heard something move, and I thought that there was a mouse running, and I get really paranoid now about mice, so sorry about that. Anyways, so Thomas Tank, I was a really big fan of him for like 5 years, I think. Like when I was like 3 to 8, that was where I was just all over Thomas. Oh, super cool. I want to be his friend. I think he's amazing. Actually, I went to the Thomas Land thing, to in Edithville. I think that's what it's called. 10 years old, I think. Yeah, it was really fun. Got a bunch of. I went on the ride with Thomas and got a ticket, stuff like that. Sorry, I just ate. Anyways, I met a back in kindergarten. I had a person there who also was a fan of Thomas, and you know what, we were and we bonded over our favorite show or something. We really liked Thomas, and we've became friends ever since for a whole 12 years. 12 more years down the road, maybe. I don't really know. Um, that would be crazy. So, anyways, so what I really liked about Thomas as well is that the toys, they were amazing. Specifically, the motorized ones, the ones that you could turn on and move automatically. I think that's what made me want to be an engineer. Motorized engines, Lego, um, building. I think building is pretty cool. Yeah, I probably should have taken AP engineering. I'm so stupid. All right, anyways. Thomas, the motorized engines, they were so much fun. You guys ever watch those World's Strongest Engine videos back when you were a child? I did. They were what I thought were some of the best things to ever exist. Seeing which engines are the strongest, who could knock each other down first, it was so much fun. A bunch of racing videos too. That was those were the days. I think what I really liked about Thomas was the fan base and how much how fun the videos seemed. But then again, I was like a little kid back then, so now if I were to watch it now, I would think that they had a bit of charm in them, but they're not necessarily peak content, you know. The Railway series, I never really knew much about it. I still don't really have much of a clue of what the Railway series was because this was around the time I was getting into other stuff, not Thomas. So sorry about that. Um, this channel isn't really based off Thomas anyway. It originally was, but then I was like, you know what? We're doing Lego here. And here we are. Lego. Cool, right? I don't know. Um, what else? And again, 40 years, that's crazy. Also, I kind of grew up on the worst era, seasons 12 to 14. People didn't really like those seasons cuz the episodes were all the same and it wasn't really that entertaining, and looking back at it, I can kind of see what they mean. 15 through 19 or 20, that's when the seasons I think got better. They were pretty silly, but they were pretty good. I think the movies were nice as well. Like Blue Mountain Mystery or The Avenger Begins or The Legends of the Lost Treasure, I think. Tale of the Brave I don't really care much about. The Great Race was a meh. And Journey Beyond Sodor was kind of when I just forgot about Thomas for a while, because that was when they got very cartoonish, and I was like, I kind of liked Thomas because of the because it wasn't really cartoonish. That's probably why I liked the models. They didn't feel very goofy or childlike. I mean, the show is made for children, but hey, adults can enjoy children's stuff too, right? I mean, there's a bunch of adults that make Thomas videos, you know. No judgment here. Yeah, the models were really cool. Like using that for show, cool concept. And yeah, that's really all I want to say. There's nothing else I can think of right now, so yeah, happy 40th anniversary to Thomas, and I am glad to be his friend.